onto the heels. Come into an active child's pose. Arms are straight. The forearms are lifted up off the mat. Inhale, pull forward into table. Exhale, reach back through the tailbone. Settle back into child's pose. Just back and forth with the breath. As you come forward into table, find some length through the spine. And as you roll back, try to tuck the tailbone underneath. Let the weight of the head drop to the floor. Now adding a little bit more movement in the spine. On your exhale, settling back into child's pose. On your inhale, pull yourself up and round into cat stretch. Especially try to separate the shoulder blades, opening the upper back. Exhale back into child's pose. Inhale, pull up into cat. One more time like that. Exhaling. On your inhale, pull forward into table, and we'll hold here for a breath. Now we're going to come into a knee down plank. So you want to walk your hands maybe about 5 or 6 inches farther away from you so that the hips press forward. You have that nice flat line in the upper body. The hands are right underneath the shoulders to give you good support. We're going to take an exhale, a little half chaturanga. So come down halfway, hug the arms into the sides of the rib cage, hold here for a breath, pressing the palms into the floor. On your next exhale, lower all the way down. Now we'll take the inhale, roll up into cobra, that little back bend, tractioning the hands back toward you, reaching the elbows for the back wall. Exhale, roll down. This time we're going to add a little stretch for the thighs, for the quadriceps. So as you inhale, roll the chest up. You're going to bend the right knee like you're trying to reach the toes for the back of the head. Exhale, roll down, release the right foot to the floor. And then again, we're going to inhale, roll up into our cobra, this time bending the left knee, reaching the toes for the back of the head. Exhale, release down. Now pressing into the palms, making your way up through table. Reach the tailbone back, settle back into child's pose. Nice full breath here. On your next inhale, pull yourself forward into table. We're going to start a little flow back and forth from table on our exhale, or on our inhale, and then curl the toes underneath, back into a nice bent knee down dog on your exhale. So inhale, knees drop, a little lift in the chest. Exhale, curl the toes underneath, press the hips back into a nice bent knee down dog. Into that bent knee version of down dog. Focus on the length through the spine because the hamstrings are kind of taken out of the equation, so you can get that long line through the back, trying to press the hips back. Okay, we'll take one more breath like that. On your next exhale, press back into down dog and then start to extend the heels down toward the floor. You can walk your dog a little bit, pedal the feet back and forth. Inhale, let's take our right foot up between the hands. Into our high lunge. down toward the floor. On your inhale, you're going to pull the hips back, straighten through the right leg as much as you can. Head drops down. Inhale. Bend into the knee. Exhale. Sink the hips down, bend into the knee. And pull the hips back. Make sure that as you come down into your lunge, you're getting that nice length through the spine, reaching out through the crown of the head. And then as you fold over the right leg, coming into that hamstring opener, the weight of the head just drops down. Neck and shoulders are relaxed. Let's take one more full breath like that. On our next inhale, left foot steps up to meet the right foot. And we'll exhale, fold over into forward bend. On your inhale, come halfway up. Length out. And then exhale, fold over into forward bend. Softening the knees here, we'll use our next inhale to sweep all the way up to mountain. Exhale, fold the hands into your heart. Nice deep breath. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. On our next inhale, let's sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive out over the legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Now, holding our forward bend for a few breaths, we're going to take the arms behind the back of the leg and either hold on to your forearms or you can hold on to opposite elbow. And it might help to just soften the knees a bit so you can come farther forward. Use the arms to deepen the forward bend. Now on your inhale, I want you to think about lengthening the crown of the head toward the floor. On your exhale, pull the heart away from the thighs. And because the arms are wrapped behind the legs, you're going to get that little resistance. And as you try to pull away from the legs, it's going to separate the shoulder blades, stretch through the upper back. So inhale, lengthen the crown of the head toward the floor. Exhale, try and pull the heart away from the thighs. One more breath like that. Then you can release the arms down toward the floor. We'll switch over to the other side. So take an inhale, step the right leg all the way back. Starting out in our lunge. Get a nice length through the crown of the head, back through the right heel. On your exhale, pull the hips back, straighten through the left leg just as much as you can. Let the head drop down. A little hamstring stretch. On your inhale, reach up through the crown of the head, bend into the left knee. Press the hips back, come into that nice hamstring opener. So moving back and forth with the breath. Just finding a pace that works for you. If you want to stay in one variation or the other for an extra breath, feel free. If you want to get a little deeper. One more breath on this side. Sinking down into your lunge. On your exhale, step the left leg back into down dog. And from here, let's take an inhale. Roll forward into plank. arms engaged. Try to pull the shoulder blades down toward your hips. And then your next exhale brings you all the way down to the floor. Let's take an inhale. Stretch the arms out in front. So a nice full body stretch here. Reach the fingers and toes in opposite directions like you're being pulled apart. Then we'll take the right hand and reach back. You're going to bend the right knee, take a hold of the foot, and just start out with a little stretch, pulling the heel in toward your hip. Now to come into our back bend on this side, you're going to take your hand, make sure that you're holding onto the big toe side of the foot, so the arch, the inside of the foot, wherever you can reach. On your inhale, you're going to lift up by pressing the foot back. It's going to pull the arm and get that little lift in the chest. Engage the left side of the body. Keep the left arm active, the left foot active, pressing into the floor to give you some support. One last inhale here. See if you can press that foot back farther, feeling that opening in the chest. On your exhale, release. Stretch the arm and leg out. Getting nice and long. Take a full deep breath. And we'll switch over to the other side. Starting out by bending the left knee, sweeping the left hand back. Pulling the heel in toward the hip, getting that stretch through the front of the thigh. When you're ready to come into your back bend, just take a hold of the inside arch of the foot or the toes. And then we'll use it. Inhale, press the left foot back. It's going to pull the arm and lift the chest up. This side, the right arm and the right leg are giving us support. Keep that side engaged. Lifting the chest a bit higher, and on your exhale, slowly releasing, sending the arm and leg out long. We'll pull the hands back underneath the shoulders. Now, as you press yourself up from the floor, it's just like a reverse chaturanga there. Reverse lowering down. You want to keep the elbows very close into the sides of the body to press yourself up. And then reach back through the tailbone. We're going to come into puppy pose before we settle back into child's pose. So come about halfway back into your child's pose. Sink the chest toward the floor. And drop the forehead onto the floor. On your exhale, think about sinking the heart into the floor. You might get a couple little cracks in the upper part of the back as that spine loosens up. On your next exhale, settle your hips all the way back onto the heels. Come into child's pose.